Uh-huh. I think it's working. It's working! No one's watching though. What up, guys? James here. Doing a live chat here. Testing out this whole live thing again. I think I'm gonna break in this pipe that you saw. This was a Buescher's classic vintage corncob with a nice white bit. Pretty comfy actually. What do you think? Pretty cool. I think it's from the 60s, but I'm not really sure. And I'm going to try it with some Boswell's Countryside. Have you guys ever had Boswell's Countryside? Never had it. Smells like an English blend with, I don't know, is that fire cured? What is that? I don't know. But I haven't really been smoking because it's just been so hot. You know, people forget that, you know, it's like 120 degrees normally. Today was, I think today was like 100. It's still pretty humid because we're in monsoon season. But yeah, I'm not gonna fill the whole thing up because it's freaking hot. Let me turn this light off. Is that better, or is that better? Kind of washed out. Anyway, so it's Friday, but I'm trying to get a car here, so I need some car recommendations. How's it going, Crosby's Corner? Just breaking in this new pipe. Yeah, it's so friggin' hot. You stay inside, you just don't do anything. It's kind of depressing, really. But today was 100 degrees. It's Friday, and I need to buy a car, so I'm just like looking around. I'm like, man, I just need to smoke something. I need to relax. This is pretty good. Boswell's Countryside. Have you guys ever heard of Boswell's Countryside? It's a little bit dry. I think I need to hydrate all this tobacco because they dry out in the bags. Yeah, the missus won't let you smoke inside. Yeah, I can't smoke inside either. That's pretty... I wouldn't want to, actually, because, you know, I don't like that weird stale smoke smell. You know what I mean? I love these Crocs lighters. I went to go to the store to buy more, and they're like, we don't have them anymore. And I went online, and they're like 3 times more expensive online, so crap. I should have just bought like 10 of them and, you know, be set. I'm digging the way this feels. It's a softer plastic. Not much flavor to that, probably just because it's dried out. You need to invest in a Crocs lighter. Yeah, because they're like $1. Normally I find them for $1, but now they're great because they're like they're pipe lighters, right? So they fit in just right. You don't have to burn the bowl at all, you know? Let me turn, look, it looks all weird. This is probably better. Just kind of tastes like brown sugar and very mild, sugary English blend. That's what I think it is. What are you guys doing this week? What car should I buy? I need to buy a car, and I got, you know, I'm thinking I'll buy something in like the 8 to 10 grand range, you know, 6 to 10 grand range. What do you guys recommend? Because I was thinking about buying another Kia, a Kia Optima. I would get a truck, but To be honest with you, I don't really care. I carry people and I don't carry things, and so, you know, a truck would be great if I had like a house and I was doing like projects, but plus the gas mileage in a truck is just, because I drive like 3 hours a day, so I don't know. But, you know, super cab would be great, because then you have best of both worlds. And gas is only $2 a gallon now, so. I was looking at the Chevy Cruze, which seems alright for the price. The cool thing about these vintage Cobbs. Hey, what's up? J3, how's it going, man? This looks like I'm like a freaking ghost here. Yeah, what do I get? Jeez, man, this is bright. It makes everything like super bright, even though it's not that bright. I'm in Arizona. Looks like it's dying. It's pretty good though. Not a car. I don't even really watch football, so. Yep, my father-in-law, he's actually my stepdad. He is, his name is Michael. He's got a great collection, and that was, you know, that video that everyone likes, I mean, that was 6 months ago. So his collection is completely different. Trump or Clinton? I voted for Trump, but I didn't really support either of them. I mean, they're both pretty crappy. You know, and the more, you know, this whole Russia thing, I don't know if it's going to be valid, you know, if it's true or not, but it seems like everything's just a mess around Trump, you know? Don't get a Chevy. What? Don't get a Chevy, he says. See, people either love American cars and they're loyal, or they just don't care. They have this stigma of like they're crappy. So, you know, what is it? Do you think Chevy, do you think American cars just aren't as reliable as, you know, Japanese or foreign, you know, Korean cars? Or is it just like you stick to one brand and that's just like your brand, you know? Because I feel like Honda and everything like that, I mean, in the late 90s, early 2000s, Honda was like it. But really, I mean, everyone stepped up their manufacturing. McGregor or Merriweather? I don't know. I think I was watching some of those interviews, and they're just both like ridiculous. But I mean, they gotta sell tickets. I think it'd be cool. I think McGregor, because I mean, isn't he like MMA, right? So, I mean, and Floyd is just a boxer, right? So I mean, I don't know. I think McGregor is gonna kick his butt, but I don't know anything about him. You know, I don't watch anything. You had a Dodge, Chevy, Ford, and Chevy had the most issues. Wow, yeah. See, I got an old Chevy Malibu I'm trying to sell right now. I like Arizona. It's alright. Except, you know, this time of year it's freaking hot. I mean, you know, I don't really go outside at all this time of year. So, yeah, I like TV. I like film. Yeah. I've been watching this show called Shameless. Man, this is bright. Let me get out of the sun here. There we go. Ugh. I've been watching this show called Shameless. Have you guys heard of Shameless? It's like, it's about this family in the south side of Chicago, and they just, you know, they have all these issues, and they're going through, like, poverty, and it's a really good show. I guess it's like a comedy drama, maybe. I don't know. Uh, Jay says, are there a lot of attractive girls? Can I just like go into a mall and see like a 9 or a 10, or is it a bunch of short, fat Mexican girls? You guys can see these comments, right? Yeah, it depends. You know, you go to Scottsdale, there's beautiful women everywhere. You know, and you go to some places and there's ghetto areas and there's ugly shit. You know, it's like anywhere. The money, like there's always attractive women around the money, it seems like. So, you know, and Tempe is like a college town, right? So you're gonna have younger, prettier girls there probably too. So I mean, it just depends. But yeah, there's definitely hot chicks here, and there's definitely ugly ones too. That's a funny question. Yeah, Jay, you gotta go to the Metro Center. Isn't that like by Castles and Coasters? Oh, come on. Little baby light. Oh! What? Yeah, I've smoked a real Cuban. Last year, the last Cuban I had was... Is this glitching? Man, it looks like it's glitching a lot. The last Cuban I had, is it Crosby? I think it's Crosby, right? Was in Vegas and at the Big Smoke last year. The guy who is the owner of the Perfect Draw, that's the device that you stick in your cigar and it cleans out the, you know, it fixes the draw. His name is Rod, and he invited me to the Big Smoke, and he gave me like a 8-year-old Monte Cristo No. 2 there, which was freaking amazing. Still one of the best cigars, one of the best moments. Rod is a super nice guy, and yeah, so that was the last Cuban I've had. I've also had a Partagas Siri P No. 2, which I think was even better. So I've had a few. I've had I think I've had a Bolivar like 7 years ago. Do you want cold weather? Is it hot as balls all the time? It's hot as balls right now, dude. It's freaking hot as balls. It's 100 degrees, and today's a cool day. So hot day is like 115. We had 120, so it's hot as balls. But freaking the winters are gorgeous here. And yeah, you can go up north. You can drive 2 hours up north and see snow. So you could literally hang out at your pool, drive up north, go sledding and skiing, and then come back down to your pool. You know, so it just depends where you live. But yeah, it's mostly hot. Depending on where you live, hot is subjective. Let me get this here. It's miserable. Is it miserable hot here? Can't enjoy cigars without sweating your ass off. Oh yeah, are you in Arizona, Crosby? Oh. Aha! Texas. Yeah, so Texas is probably pretty similar to Arizona. All depends where you live, really. But you guys probably have a little bit more humidity than we do. But we probably have more heat overall. Depends where you live. I mean, Texas is huge, right? I mean, it snows in Texas, you know, in the northern parts. But yeah, it's freaking hot. It's a desert. And people go, oh, it's not too hot, it's a dry heat. And it's like, you don't know how hot it is because you're just evaporating sweat. Am I for the Trump wall? No, not really. It's interesting because a lot of people that are border states, they don't really care for it because there's already enough issues on the border, and creating a wall doesn't really solve those issues. Most people, they don't go over the wall anyway. They go under it, you know, or they get a visa and then they overstay their visa. So most illegal immigrants they don't just like they're not running over the border. And then the second thing is a lot of people have land on, on the border, so there's issues with that. Yeah, so basically there's a lot of issues that might not be worked out in a healthy way. So a lot of people aren't fans of it, and we have to pay for the wall, so that's not cool either. I mean, you should see our schools. Our school system sucks here. What was that? Our public schools suck. They're poor, they're broke, and we should be focusing more on that, and so, but we really don't care about the wall, I don't think. But yeah, what do I do for a living? Do I like? Yeah, what do I do for a living? I don't know. I haven't really talked about it just because I kind of like a mystery, and it's not that interesting, Like I kind of have two lives. I have like this life, and then I have like my other work life, and then I have like my, like personal life. Like I don't share everything, like I'm trying to create boundaries, but I mean, yeah, I have a great job. I love my job, like best job I can think of, and I can spend a lot of time doing YouTube, and it's very flexible, and yeah. Oh, I like these Monte Carlo. See, this is where I got, and I went to Vegas, and that's when I went to the Big Smoke, and I grabbed a handful of these. So this is just a good memory right here. Very dry. This doesn't really have much flavor. Corn cob pipe. Someone called me. Sorry about that. Yeah, but corn cob pipes, you have to kind of break them in a little bit. No, I'm married, so my wife is white. She's blonde hair. Like I guess that's like Aryan. Well, she doesn't have blue eyes, but she's a blonde chick. Yep. Although I got nothing wrong against Mexicans. Tell you what, Mexicans are some of the nicest. Like if you're gonna broad paint like a whole race, Mexicans are pretty cool. What did your lungs ever do to you? Nothing. I'm not inhaling, just tasting. See, with a pipe and a cigar, you don't inhale. You just kind of pop, I sip it. It could be. Mexicans better than blacks? I don't know. I guess it depends on the person, really. Because I know some not so cool Mexicans, and I know not so cool blacks. So it kind of just depends, But I don't know. I don't think I have a preference. Do you guys have preferences? Like, no, Asians drive bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. Asians drive bad, and there's no Asians here. Like, this place is void of Asians. I don't know. I guess that's a word for the black community. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone should say that. Like, I don't even think black people should say that. Yeah, I mean, I think Asians are, I mean, typically in a lot of Asian cultures, they have these huge cities, and they're crammed, and the driving style is very different. And, yeah, I mean, that's not like every Asian. Yeah, I've been to a few countries. Yep. I've been to Mexico, I've been to Canada, I've been to the Bahamas. I think that's it. Boring. I was just on vacation, man. I was 16 or 15 or 16. And yeah, we were just there for like a week. Dude, I would take some snow right now. I mean, here's what happens, right? You know, I hated snow. I just wanted to get the heck out of snow and cold. And then I came here and it's like hot, like super hot for 6 months of the year. You don't want to go outside. And then you get super hot you get sick of the heat. And it's like, man, I could go for some snow, you know? So it's all kind of relative. Like, too much of anything is terrible, you know? Charles Barkley? I don't know. Does he live here? Unless you're like a crazy basketball fan. I don't know. Probably not, you know. Well, that's a good question. Do I have a testimony? Yeah, I've got like if you're talking like Christian testimony, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Let's see here. I mean, there's a lot of stories. That should be like its own separate video. Actually, I think I'm going to save that for like its own video, because that's really, I need to do that, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of questions. Yeah, but I'm a Christian, and pretty much I dedicated my life, like, again, when I was like, well, like I think I was 16 is when I rededicated my life. And then I was baptized as like an adult at like 18. But yeah, but I think I first accepted God and, you know, Jesus in my life when I was, I think, 6. You gotta guess, how old am I? That's a good question. Because everywhere I go, people, depending on like how my hair looks, if I'm wearing glasses, my beard, I had a big old beard like 2 weeks ago. People thought I looked like 35 and like homeless. And then I shave and I, you know, get a haircut, take off my glasses, and people think I'm like 20 years old. So, yeah, you have to guess how old I am. Give me a couple guesses. 23, 32, mid to late 20s. Yeah, so I'm either like, people either think I'm like early 20s, or I'm like, you know, early 30s, I guess. I'm 27. 27. I was born in 1990. I heard Utah has some weird-ass laws and strange-ass Mormon weirdos. Have you ever been there? No, but I've never been to Utah, but we have a lot of Mormons here. There's the city of Mesa has a ton of Mormons, and traditionally the Mormons, this is like 100 years ago or more, they would travel like with horse and buggy all through the mountains, through the Colorado, you know, all the way up through Utah, and like get married or something. Like there's like whole parks named after you know, Mormon people and things like that. No kids. No, but I got 3 animals, and we call those those are like our fur babies. So we've got a cat and 2 cats, 1 dog. But we're thinking about babies. Maybe like a year or 2. That's what we're thinking about. But I don't know. Kids are a lot of work. Make a baby. Got some homework. So, man, this thing won't stay lit. What the heck? Stay woke. I got that new song called Redbone from Childish Gambino, and it's like stay woke. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 18 months, it's a lot of work, man. Your whole life changes. Everything is like, your priorities are like baby, wife, you know? And so like everything, your whole life is revolved around taking care of that baby and providing, and you know, and so I mean it's a lot of work, and I don't know if I'm ready for that, you know. So yeah, what was the last question? Who's my favorite YouTuber? I love Casey Neistat. He's a famous vlogger. He kind of revolutionized like vlogging, and so I like watching Casey Neistat. I really like the Hacksmith. He's like a guy out of Canada. He makes inventions. Do I know you? By the way, you know me. I really like XD. I don't know if you remember me. I don't remember you. I don't think he has fake teeth. They look pretty real to me. He'd probably tell us if he has fake teeth. Oh, Quinn, what's up, brother? I didn't know your name was Shadow Warrior. That's pretty cool. Yep, Quinn's a cool dude. Gwyneth Paltrow. I watched a couple of his vids. Does Quinn date Mexican girls? I don't know. You have to ask Quinn. I don't know. Quinn, do you date Mexicans? Probably. He's pretty. You know, I mean, he comes from a mixed family, so he probably doesn't care about that at all. It depends, yeah. Yeah, Jay, listen to me. Look at me, Jay. What is up with you and Mexicans? What's your deal, man? Are you racist? Look at me. I'm the captain now. Every other question is like Mexicans, man. Because there's so many Mexicans in your area, I don't have them around here, so I'm curious. Oh yeah, so a lot of Mexicans are first generation Americans. So yeah, he's not wrong. There's a lot of Mexican food. Is it more work? Yeah, it's a lot more work smoking. Okay, oh, slow down. There's a lot of Mexicans here that are first or second or third generation Americans. So they're just as American as me. Like they grew up here, they speak English. A lot of them don't even speak Spanish. I think there's a word for that. If you're a Mexican who doesn't speak Spanish, I believe that's called a cholo. I think it's kind of derogatory, but basically it's like you don't speak Spanish. So I mean, a lot of these people are just as American as me, you know. But yeah, a lot of people, they don't even speak English too, you know. I mean, there's entire like communities that just speak Spanish. So it depends. It really just depends. Is it a lot more work? Yeah, it's more work smoking a pipe. This is unusually a pain in the butt. Normally I don't have to relight that much, but pipes are great because you can put it down. You can kind of forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to focus on a pipe. With a cigar, it generally burns longer and it goes through the whole thing, but you know, you're kind of dedicated to that pipe, to that cigar. Whereas with a pipe, you can put it down, you can come back. If I don't like it, I can just throw it away. It's super cheap. But yeah, it is more work overall. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but with a pipe you can't talk as much because you have to be smoking it to keep it lit. Whereas with cigars, they're probably more social, and they're just easier to hold. Like you can just hold it and like walk around and it won't go out and you can talk. But like I can put this down, it'll go out, and then I can relight it and it tastes great. But a lot of times a cigar tastes terrible if you relight it, you know, after like 20 minutes. The new Tesla. I haven't seen the new Tesla. What cigar shops do I like? I just went to one in Mesa. I did a video on it. But it's called it's called Fine Ash Cigars or something like that. No, it's called Big Sticks. Big Sticks in Mesa. It's really good. Big Sticks Fine Cigars is a pretty good place. They serve beer. It's nice and like there's a lot of area to sit. So I like that place a lot. The prices are very, very reasonable. I also like the Torch Cigar Bar. That was really cool. They have specialty drinks there. Like if you want a specialty drink, you go to Torch. Torch doesn't have a big variety of cigars, but it's super upscale and like very, very nice. Big Dicks. No, Big Sticks. Big Sticks. I think I have a card somewhere. Yeah. Going out again, jeez. Yeah, Big Sticks. Yep. Is there a store named Dick's? It's not that. Yeah, Dick's. Dick's Sporting Goods. There's a big shipping warehouse here. They've got. There is a small cigar shop here in Avondale called Fine Ash Cigars, but it's really small. Yeah, it's not that uncommon. Dick is like Richard. Dick Nixon. I still want to go to Fox Cigar Bar. Yeah, I haven't been to the store either. I asked if I wanted to do like a collaboration or something with them, but they kind of just blew up, and they're only about a half hour away from me, so I don't know why I don't just go over there. TNT Cigars. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a store, or if it's more of like a warehouse that they ship out of. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, they're super funny. They have great chemistry. That's the only thing is like when you do videos by yourself, you have to like keep it alive. You have to get like all up in their face, and like your energy level has to be like up here to like be entertaining, because otherwise people just don't care. So like on camera and stuff, like you have to be on, you know? You have to give it 110%. And in real life it looks crazy, but on video it works, you know? So I don't know if they have a store or if it's just online. I don't know. Well, I guess I can quit right now. I couldn't fully support myself, but I don't know. It all depends on, there's so many factors involved in it, but it all depends on what you review. You know, it depends on your demographic. It depends on how many people, you know, watch your stuff. The advertisers bid on your video, and then Google sells that video, that video space, to the highest bidder. So my most popular video is a mattress review, and that makes a lot of money. And all these mattress companies want to bid on that video to have their product advertised on that video. So they're going to just keep bidding and bidding and bidding, and then Google says, all right, we're going to sell it for this much. And then I get like 60% of it or whatever. So it depends on what companies want to bid on that video. I don't make any money on cigars. All right, see you, Shadow Quinn. Yeah, it is a nice pipe. It's a vintage corn cob. Oh, so they do have a B&M. So I should just go to their B&M and hang out and do a couple of videos. Because this time of year, it's too hot to go outside, so... No, cigar companies don't pay me because that's actually against the law. Like companies, like tobacco companies, can't pay you money as like a reviewer. I don't think they can anyway, but they do send me stuff. But ever since the FDA has like screwed everything. So I used to get packages in the mail, like 1 or 2 a week or a month. And I could review those cigars, but now you're not allowed to send free samples out. So it kind of sucks. They can advertise, but they can't give people free things, and they can't pay people to promote their products. So that's why you don't see like cigarette commercials. It's illegal. You don't really see, like you don't see people drinking like, on like I think advertisement like with alcohol, like you can't do certain things. So there's laws, you know, and you can't even get free stuff. Yeah, exactly. You'll see stop smoking ads, but you won't see. There's no such thing as smoking advertisement. I mean, you'll see like a printed, like in a magazine, you'll see like a cigarette ad. It's just a picture, but I don't even know if you see them smoking. I think you just see the picture. So yeah, but you'll see a ton of ads for stop smoking. It's just, I don't know, whatever. It's stupid. So if you want to send me stuff, you can send me stuff just as like a friend. But if you're a company, I technically have to pay now. Yeah, only 4 people are watching. Yeah, I'm not popular. 5 people watching, 4 likes. Everyone click like, we'll get more people watching. Yeah, so, kinda sucks. Turn this on. It got dark all of a sudden. Can't sample it. I remember this. I was about 18. I go into a cigar shop. The guy would give me like this and this to sample, and then, you know, I would say, hey, I'm like a review channel, and then they might just give me a cigar. But yeah, you can't do that. Not really. I mean, you can advertise, like you can have a company party, like for an alcohol company. I'm pretty sure you can promote your products. You just can't like give people alcohol to try. I don't believe. There's a lot of regulations. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, car chat. So I need to buy a car. Do you have any recommendations, Mr. Blacksmith? Blacksmith RX-7. No, the laws are a little different. I'm not an expert on the law, but they're the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. They have all kinds of rules. Budget? My budget is $6,000 to $10,000, and I'm looking at like a fuel-efficient car with, you know, possibly lower miles. I'm thinking 6 to 10. Honda Civic, yep. That's gonna be expensive though. I mean, those things go for like 15, even the used ones. No, I never dated a Mormon. Nope. Yeah, but Hondas, they do have a reputation for being super reliable. but in this area, Mormons don't knock on doors, because we're in an apartment complex. But it depends what area you live. If you live in Mesa, I'm sure they knock on doors. But there are different types of Mormons everywhere you go in the country too. Like, these Mormons are very, very subtle. You know, some Mormons are like freakishly nice, and you're like, get out of here. Like, you're annoying. You're like, you're so nice, and you're always at my door. But these Mormons are more subtle. I don't know, normal. Like, Mormons here consider themselves Christian, and whereas most other Mormons, they're like, no, we're not really Christian. We believe in Christian things, but we're not of the Christian church. Oh yeah, I'm talking like a newer. I mean, maybe like a 2010 would go for $7,000, maybe. Yeah, Mormons are kind of like Jehovah's Witnesses a little bit. Yeah, Mormon. What is that South Park episode? Dum 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 dum. Yeah, Mormons are very, you know, in my opinion, they're pretty similar to Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, late 90s. Yeah, so I'm thinking like a 2013 and up, which would be like a lot of money. Because a late 90s Honda, it's like, you might as well just get a new car, you know? My car I have right now is a 2003, and it sucks. Live next to a Mormon or a Mexican? I don't know, man. It depends on the Mormon. It depends on the Mexican. Yeah. Acura LSX. Hey, what's up, Catholic? The Smooth Piper. Yeah, Catholics are cool. Subarus aren't that good on gas. Yeah. People love Subarus just because they're four-wheel drive, and they say that they're like, you know, super reliable, and but yeah, they're not that good on gas. So yeah, I mean, Subarus, they age well, that's for sure. Yeah. Stick shift? Yeah, I can drive a stick. A stick is a manual. Oh, you meant auto. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking auto because I drive in a lot of traffic and I'd stop and go like half the time. And to shift from first gear back into neutral, back into first, I mean, your clutch foot will just be like burned out. So I'm thinking auto. I'm gonna get an auto. They run forever, huh? It's a Subaru Tribeca B9. Maybe I'll look into that. Yeah, manuals are theft deterrent. I mean, nobody can drive them, it seems like. Do you think Mexicans are allowed to say nigga? Or is that... Okay, come on, dude. Favorite cigar is... my favorite recent cigar, or like favorite all-time cigar, or favorite for the price. You know, because there's different cigars for like different occasions. I had a Davidoff about a year ago that was really, really nice. I haven't tried the Year of the Rooster, but I really want to try that. It's the Davidoff Year of the Rooster. I have it. What cigars did Arnold like? Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He probably has cigars rolled for him. But yeah, he probably likes Cubans and whatever. I mean, he probably has a million cigars. My favorite recent cigar is probably man, I like so many. I really enjoyed that Lovo cigar that I had. It's a triple barber pole. They call it the Sweeney Todd because it has like red in the wrapper, you know, and I mean it's pretty cool. I think he liked Punch. Mm-hmm. I like that Drew Estate Swamp Thing. I mean, that was pretty good. Here's the thing, like, I generally like every cigar I smoke. I mean, almost all my stuff I rate like an 8 or a 9. If it's bad, it's like a 7 or below. You know, and 10s, they really don't exist. I mean, a 10 is like, you know, the Monte Cristo #2, that's like in perfect condition, and, you know, but they're expensive, so they're really more like an 8 or a 9, you know? So, I'm really not picky. I mean, I smoke just about everything, and every cigar has its place. Every cigar has a purpose, has a place. I had a Drew Estate, it was a Drew Estate T52, and I had that cigar on my wedding day. And that was the best cigar just because it was my wedding day and I had all these people that I love. And, but it's not what, it's the cigar, the cigar itself wasn't amazing, you know. I mean, it was very, very good. But it's the environment. It's how you feel. It's where you are. There's just, cigars are a psychological thing, you know. Punch cigars. Oh yeah, Punch is a brand. Originally it was a Cuban brand. It is a Cuban brand. So Habanos. If you say like Habanos, that's like the Cuban brand that owns all of the other Cuban brands. So because it's like, you know, because it's like a communist country, they have like Habanos, and then there's underneath that Cohiba, Punch, Partagas, Bolivar, you know, all these major companies that are Cubans. So Punch is a brand, but General Cigar, I believe, I think they're out of Dominican Republic. They bought Punch, the name, to make Dominican versions. So they're not Punch flavored. They're nothing to do with fruit punch. That's just the name. Punch is like, that's just the name. I don't think they have a fruit wine infused one. You're probably thinking of like, you know, that's more of like, when you think of like gas station stuff, you know, that's what that is. Yeah. Yeah, so pipes and cigars are pretty different, and you know, one is not for both. You know, I love pipes for one reason, and I like cigars for another reason. And pipes are a lot cheaper. Pipe tobacco is very, very inexpensive compared to cigars. You know, here in America we pay about $3 to $10 an ounce. You know, for tobacco. You know, my average pipe tobacco was like $3 an ounce. But cigars, it's like a cigar could be like $5 to $15, you know. So you can buy like a whole tin of tobacco for the same price as like one cigar, you know. I think it's gonna rain out here. I'm just saying, like, having the wrapper infused with wine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that cigar, that leaf was infused with wine. It was really cool. No, not the green pipe. This is the vintage corncob pipe. That's called the Bushers. Can you see that? Probably can't even see that. It's so faded. Yeah, so this is a vintage corncob pipe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the most part. You know what I found out? You know that movie, Logan? What, when they're like in the gas station, right before he runs outside, he grabs a whole ton of cigars. Those are all Drew Estate cigars. You know, I recognized like 4 of them. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, most movies, they have product placements, and I don't know if cigars are allowed to be product placed or not, but for the most part, they're very, very common cigars that most people who know cigars, they know what they are. Or they're just not banded. They take off the band, you know, and you just don't know what they are. So, but for the most part, yeah, I can go, oh yeah, I know what that is. Yeah. Like, I bet, you know, maybe he was smoking a Monte Cristo, or maybe he was smoking, you know, like just a kind of a standard, you know, what you'd see anywhere, like an Ashton or something. Yeah, cigars come in all different sizes, and in Spanish we say that's a parejo. That's like, those are different types of sizes. Like a parejo is like a straight, you know, and they can come in different sizes and shapes, and so yeah, I mean, you can have big cigars that are called Churchills, you know, they're like 7.5 inches long. Or you could have cigars that are like, you know, 4-inch stubbies, you know, and they're like this big, and they're skinny. You know, you can have cigarellos. You can have the really fat, like, inch cigars. You can have pentellas, which are really thin and long. You can have robustos, which are just kind of like average, 5 inches by 50 ring gauge. So I mean, it all depends. There's probably like 20 different distinctive sizes. Did you say 7.5 inches? That's huge. Yeah, it's very huge. Yeah, I mean, I've seen cigars that are like 10 inches long. We had this thing. It was a Rocky Patel Edge, but it was a special size called like the XX or something. And it was like, yeah, it was probably like a foot long. And that thing lasted forever. I'm telling you what. Yeah, so you could have a cigar that's, you know, they're called double Churchills or double Coronas, or I guess double Corona really is not that big, but where do I get my pipe tobacco? Mostly online, mostly from pipesandcigars.com. This was actually given to me from a friend. His name is Ray. So he hooked me up with this. But most of it's online. Yeah, you don't put the whole thing in your mouth. You know, you just put the tip. Just put the tip. Oh my gosh, we touch tips. Yeah, I mean, what is this, like 6-7 inches? I'm not gonna put this whole thing in my mouth. I would be willing to bet they sell internationally, yeah. Pipes and Cigars is owned by cigars.com, and they're big, so yeah, I would assume that they do international. Can't eat it, no. Why would you want to eat it? It's like, it's kind of gross thinking about it. Can't eat a cigar. People chew on cigars. Is that what you mean? Like when you chew on it, you go, ah. And you see these guys like gnawing on a cigar. Yeah, corn, yeah. Well, you can't eat it, no. You throw it away. I hate this ring light because you can see my glasses. You can see the reflection. That ain't cool. Could be dip, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess what you could do is you could take the butt of the cigar, blend it up, you know, chunk it into small pieces, you know, grind it up, flavor it. You could turn that into a dip. I don't think it would be very good because it would have the smoke already through it, so it might be kind of like bitter. But yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could grind up anything. You could turn it into pipe tobacco, maybe. Yeah. There's chocolate flavored cigars. There is all kinds of flavors. There's coffee, chocolate, vanilla, you name it. But my theory is they're gonna get rid of all flavored cigars because they like advertise to children, they say. So that's what the FDA is working on. No, you can't eat. No, don't just don't eat cigars. That's what I'm gonna say. Just don't eat cigars. If you've learned one thing, don't put the whole thing in your mouth and don't eat it. Okay? Look at me. Look at me. Don't eat the cigars. I'm digging this pipe though. Need to break it in a little bit. The first few smokes, you know, they're not as good. So, yeah. Alrighty guys, I need to get going. I need to eat dinner. I need to go buy a car. I aged my cigars in a Tupperware container with a shot of liquor for a month or two. Yeah, that's what Pete from For Pete's Sake Have a Cigar, he did that. I need to review that. I have like 5 or 6 videos that I need to put out still. It's taking forever to edit because there's so much data and I can't put it all on my phone. I edit everything on my phone. So we're looking at getting a computer right now. So that way when I have like my drone business and, you know, all of that, I can just edit very, very quickly on the computer. You know, I don't have to touch things on my phone all day, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I have like 6 videos I have to post. I got a lot of footage from my parents' house. So that was a really fun vacation. I have video footage from when I went to California last week. I have like 3 cigars I need to, 2 cigars I need to publish still. And I need to do a few more mattress reviews because people are sending me mattresses. But right now I just need to get a car. So that's why I'm putting everything on hold. Just came out here to enjoy a pipe. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.